Hello Aries, and welcome back to my channel. This is Awaken Healings with Jess. I'm here to bring you your monthly reading for October. This is general for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't try and force any storylines into your reality. If it's not resonating, check out your other positions, your other videos for those positions, I mean to say. All right. So, I've been having a lot of technical difficulties recording right now. I'm using the YouTube app. Normally I, use my iPhone and then just upload the videos from my phone, but that's not working anymore either. So, I'm using the YouTube app, but it's been crashing. So, it's been kind of a whirlwind type reading, so I apologize. If for some reason the video shuts down before I'm finished, be on the lookout for a part 2, okay? It's just that that's happened before. I've tried to stitch the two videos together using another application and then upload it to YouTube, and it's not accepting it. So there will be a part 1 and a part 2 in the event that this gets shut down, okay? Fingers crossed that it doesn't. But anyway, I hope you all are well. I'm going to do your 3-card spread using Goddess of the Moon Oracle deck. Because I've been noticing that the app shuts down after the 30-minute mark. It's like 30 minutes and some change. I'm going to do my best to get it to around that time period, and we'll see. But it's also shut down like at 15 minutes and 7 minutes, so it's really hard to say. But that's why I'm kind of rushing through. I normally like to do a singing bowl ceremony where we connect spiritually, and I'll burn some sage and things like that, and just take my time more with it. I dislike being rushed because I feel like the energy is hasty, and I feel like that energy can come across to the viewer and make them feel more anxious than necessary. So it's like false anxiety. So yeah, so enough of that. Okay, first up is focus, and it's coming in reverse. I feel like the message for you, Aries, is focusing on yourself. Self-work, self-worth, self-love, and it's time for you to get honest and clear about what you want in this next cycle. So we're all starting new cycles. Saturn and Pluto are direct now, and both planets rule personal transformation, karmic transitions, karmic clearing, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. The fact that it's happening right now, it's impacting everyone, the entire collective. So it's not just your sign, it's not just a few people in your sign, it's everyone, including myself. Like I'm doing some stuff on my own, and it's been good. It's been hard, but it's been good overall. So I feel like the message for you all is, settle into your intuition, because you have this body of water. Let me turn it up right. You have this body of water that you're immersed in, and you have this amazing butterfly right there over your mind's eye, signifying personal transformation. And I feel like there's just a lot of intuitive energy just being depicted in this card. You've got the beautiful full moon up in the corner, and you just have this water element, and all of that is intuitive energy, understanding your emotions, flowing, going with the flow of the changes. So I think that's another aspect of that card. And you're being asked to trust. You're being asked to trust what's happening. You're being asked to trust that everything that happened in your environment and the karma that you released, was definitely, for your highest good. So, it had to happen. It was destined, and it's going to yield better gifts and abundance than you originally thought. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And all of this is for growth. I keep saying that. All this is growth, and it really is. And where we grow is from the lessons that we learned. So think back like 6 to 7 months ago, what was happening in spring? That's in our immediate present, and that's what we're like literally working on right now. But we're clearing karma. So what happened 10 years ago? What happened 35 years ago? So those are the questions that you need to be asking yourself, because that's where you're going to find a lot of the answers to this growth, question, or this growth lesson. And it's going to help you see how much progress you've made in your lifetime, because we're not the same people that we were back in spring. you know? We change every single day. And some of you may be like, well, it was just like 6 months ago, but a lot can happen. So use that as a measuring stick to measure your personal growth for 2019. Where were you 10 years ago? None of us are the same people that we were a decade ago. A lot happens in a decade. So think about that. How many people have you come across? What were the life lessons that you learned in that decade? Seriously, there's so many questions you can be asking yourself, and there's a lot of self-analysis that can go on, you know, within a decade's life period. So yeah, and then even more for a 35-year period. So yeah, that's where your mind should be kind of focused at right now, because that's going to help you understand the transition. This is Santa Muerte Tarot, but that's where your mind is going. That's what I'm trying to say. Understanding the karmic lessons at those time periods or those milestones will help you understand why you are in this position today, right? So why things have transpired to bring you to this exact point in time or moment in time. And it should help focus you on where you want to go, right? Yeah, because we're all starting new cycles, every single one of us. And now it's just like, well, what do we want, you know, in the new? Sky's the limit. All right, so I'm doing a Celtic card spread using the Santa Muerte Tarot deck. This is a new tarot deck for me that I just recently received. I'm really excited to use it. I love the imagery because it's near and dear to my heart. It's the Day of the Dead type imagery, Dia de los Muertos, which will happen on the 1st of November. And I love that it has, you know, the skull work and the, you know, the colorful imagery, and you know, it's Mexican culture, and I'm Hispanic, so this is near and dear to my heart. And I feel like this is a great way to sort of honor, you know, this time period in this, you know, in this point in time in this year. Halloween is coming up, and everyone's like, oh yes, trick or treating, you know, ghosts and goblins and hauntings and death. Well, that's the commercial aspect, but you know, we're also celebrating life. This time period, this holiday, is about celebrating life and you know, being thankful that we get to live life today and tomorrow and more days to come. But eventually it's going to end. Eventually we will make the great transition into the great beyond, just like our ancestors and our loved ones have done before us. And it's just reminding us to take time to reflect upon them, reflect upon the life that they've lived and the legacy that they've left behind, as well as for us to give gratitude and thanks for the life that we get to live right now. Yeah, no matter what's going on. Since we're clearing karma, we may be in the thick of things. We may be experiencing just, you know, a multitude of punches from, you know, all around that life is dealing for us, and it's not always easy. And it's not always easy to express gratitude and thanks for the life that we get to live when we're going through something like that. You know, it's hard to see the good in it. It's hard to remain positive. It's hard to express gratitude in that moment. But, you know, life is a cycle, and just know that whatever you're experiencing, if you are going through difficult times, it's only temporary, and nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. So look for the good in that situation. Look for the one positive touchstone in that situation and focus on that, because that will help you navigate through the difficult time and see and appreciate the lesson. I thought I saw something. There we go. To appreciate the lesson that life is trying to teach you. Because when you're going through big things like that, that's karma. That's a lesson. And it's happening to you because you're ready to receive that lesson. And it can also be a test from the universe saying, all right, well, we recognize your spiritual growth and your soul expansion. Now here's this situation. We know you've been working on this particular trigger or set of triggers. Now here is a situation that's going to trigger your triggers. How are you going to react? And if you still are triggered by your triggers, then it's like, okay, that's an area that requires more work, because your triggers are associated to core wounding, you know, stuff that's happened in your childhood that's unhealed, an unhealed aspect of yourself. And if the universe is like, okay, we're going to test you, we're going to see how much work you've actually done on that particular area and that particular trigger, and we'll see, because you may need more healing, and they will put you in a situation that's going to require you to go deeper within yourself and to do more healing on that wound. Okay? And even though you think like, oh, well, I've done that work, well, yeah, but healing yourself is like peeling back an onion. So you may have touched an outer layer of that wound, but now it's like, all right, we're going to peel it back even further and see, is that still a thing for you? If it is, and it's like, all right, we got to focus on that, because your next set of lessons, you're like, all right, we're going to continue to peel that back and see, is that still a thing? Until it's not, until you understand the root cause of that core wounding, until that trigger is no longer a thing. All right. So I feel like that's a lesson that some of you, or maybe a message that some of you need to hear. That's been coming up a lot across all 12 zodiac signs. So it is definitely a common theme, but I'm just speaking, I'm just riffing as, you know, as my guides are telling me, hey, we got to talk about this. Hey, someone needs that. So it's just, I'm just riffing, you know, I'm like a hollow bone, and my spirit guides are just communicating here. The tarot are definitely a guide, but what I'm picking up on and what needs to be said is definitely my spirit guides. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the Hierophant reversed. I feel like some of you are questioning conventionality, I mean to say. I feel like you're kind of bucking the spiritual system. So I feel like there is definitely spiritual work going on, but it's like, okay, you were brought up with a certain set of beliefs, you're questioning those beliefs, and you're exploring new ideas and theories that feel more aligned to you. And I feel like this is more about soul growth, soul expansion, and moving beyond what you think is proper, what you think is right, and you're going with more what's spiritually aligned with you. Okay? So kind of like going against the grain, if you will, both in a spiritual aspect and a more tangible aspect. Some of you could be dealing with an institution, like an institutional culture, or something that was very conservative, and you're like, okay, I got to get out of that. I can't handle that. That's too conservative for me. It's too structural for me, too literal for me. No longer serving my highest good. So I feel like in the tangible, that's what that is. In the spiritual realm, it's changing spiritual beliefs, or upgrading, or questioning things, and really exploring a belief system that's going to work with you. Okay, so central to your reading, 3 of Cups, going within. Yeah, sometimes this can mean excessive partying, and this could be a message of, hey, you got to tone it down, because you're burning yourself out and you're spending all your money and you're not listening to your intuition. But I feel like this card, because of the Hierophant reversed, this is going within. It's taking time out, saying, you know what, friends, I'm going to take a pause socially, and I'm probably going to take a weekend by myself to meditate, to journal, maybe to get some good solid rest. Honestly, it can be as simple as that. If you're not sleeping well, getting some good quality rest will definitely recharge you, and it's a step in the right direction. But I do get the sense that you're turning within and just, you know, kind of taking a step back socially. Crossing you is the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you're getting into alignment with who you are, with your pentacle energy. This is assessing your finances. I feel like you're taking care of your home, taking care of your environment, nurturing your environment. You could be putting more time in at work with your career, nurturing your career. She's all about nurturing. And I feel like when she's coming in, this is about nurturing the tangible aspects of life. Starting with you, starting with your finances, starting with your home, relationships. You know, for those of you who have children, it's like, okay, being the nurturer, the provider for your children, being, you know, for feminines, being the dutiful wife, or masculines being the dutiful husband, but getting aligned with your feminine energy. So I feel like you're definitely taking time out to do that, to check in and to align yourself. Foundational to you is the Eight of Swords reversed. So I feel like you are waiting. This could be quick, fast messages coming in, but since it's reversed, there's something slowing this down. I think you were kind of like on the fast track for something, but now it's like, okay, I gotta take a minute to stop, you know, and slow down this train. This could represent travel, foreign travel, but it could be that your plans were canceled, so you're no longer going on that trip. It could be vacation, it could be something for work. But because I'm seeing the Three of Cups reversed, I feel like you're just saying, all right, let me back up because life was too fast for me. Let me get out of the fast lane so I can regroup, reconnect, recharge, rebalance, and nurture myself, you know, because this was wearing me out. I'm getting that for some of you. In your recent past, Six of Cups. Six of Cups can be soulmate energy. It's also the nostalgia card. So some of you may be looking back in the past for answers. Just don't get stuck in the past. It's fine to go down memory lane, but you know, if you're getting stuck there, it's like, oh my God, well, why didn't this work out? Why can't it be like this? Why do things have to change? You know, and it's like, okay, you're stuck in that mode and you're blocking your forward movement and forward progression because you're attached to what was. And when you're looking forward, you're like, okay, well, I want my future to look like this, but you're kind of circling back to this, you know, this Six of Cups energy. What else am I getting? I feel like this could have also been a message from the past, like maybe a past lover. Because Eight of Swords. I'm sorry. This is letting go of anxiety. Yeah, letting go of anxiety. For some reason, I am getting this image mixed up with the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck where the Eight of Wands looks like this, but they're the brown wands. In this deck, this is Eight of Swords. They are in the same positioning as the Eight of Wands, but normally Eight of Swords in the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck shows the image of a woman encircled by 8 swords around her. She's blindfolded with her hands tied, and it's false imprisonment. So Aries, you're taking time out socially because you are in a mental prison. But this is clearing up because it's reversed. It's reversed, so you're starting to obtain the mental clarity that you need, but you can only achieve that if you rest, if you pause, if you give yourself a chance to decompress and unwind and understand what is bringing you anxiety. Now, this is self-imposed anxiety, so what is that trigger? What is that wound that is making you anxious? Because something has you anxious, and I don't know, it could be something associated with the past. Again, this is past soulmate energy. It's reversed, so maybe a soulmate reversed themselves out of your lives and you're anxious about it. But this happened already, so this isn't something that's going to happen. This already happened. So in the near future, you have the Page of Pentacles reversed. This could represent an apology potentially trying to come in. Page of Pentacles upright is always a card of manifestation. It's also the Student card. So I feel like maybe some of you are doing some of that soul work and soul healing that we talked about, you know, peeling back the layer and understanding the nexus of your trigger and your core wound. But I also feel like, you know, some of you could possibly be either dealing, let's see, you got Cups, you could be dealing with a water sign. Queen of Pentacles, you could be dealing with earth signs. What else? Fire signs are being represented. Yeah, so it could be, I'm seeing earth sign or fire sign as a major and minor arcana. Everything else is not that. But I get the sense that maybe you're trying to make you're waiting for an apology to come through. But I think that really, this is soul work. This is work on yourself, because it's reversed. And usually a reversed card is pointing towards you, because in your mind's eye you have the Six of Swords upright. This is forward movement. This is travel. This is soul growth, soul expansion, moving on from the past, moving on to bigger and better. It's a journey. This is a journey. And that's what's going on right here. This is crowning your reading. So this is where your thoughts are. And your work, like I said, in your near future, you're working on manifestations. But you can't manifest until this sword energy, Eight of Swords, self-imposed anxiety clears up. But it will. It will. Rest and decompress, because you will receive the clarity that you desire. This is the Ace of Swords coming in for you. Clarity, new ideas, answers to questions. You're going to receive the answers that you need in order for you to make clearer, more informed decisions to move forward in your life. In your environment, this is the Knight of Wands. Passion, creativity, soul expansion, motivation. This could potentially be a love interest, but it's reversed. So either you're blocking it, or something in your life is blocking that person from entering. This is young energy, very excitable energy. It's very impulsive. So I think the message is don't do or act anything. Don't do anything hasty. Don't act impulsively. Just make sure that the decisions you're making from here on out, especially with something that's passionate or inspiring, make sure it's in alignment with your highest good. And you'll know, because this is going to help you gain the clarity that you need to make this go upright. Okay? Hopes and fears, Five of Pentacles. Fear of being left out, rejected. In this case, feeling stepped on. You're fearing being stepped on. You're fearing being left out. And I think that's what has you anxious. But you're going to receive messages, and you're going to receive an answer that's going to help you navigate through this. Okay? Outcome is Five of Wands, conflict, challenges, competition. It could be competition. You are moving on to something bigger and better, because you have the Six of Swords. So I feel like this is going to challenge you personally. All right? And you're just fearing that you're going to be stomped, that you're going to be defeated, that you're going to be left behind. Think positive on that, because I don't see that for you. But this is part of the growth process. This is part of expansion, because you're moving on to something that's new for you, that you've either have never done before, or you have very little experience with it, but you're going into that opportunity to grow, to gain experience in that area, okay? All right, so I'm going to pull some clarifiers with the Untamed Truth Oracle. Let's just see what comes out. Yeah, 2 right off the bat. Yeah, so we have a new moon happening on the 28th of October. That's going to be in Scorpio. So new beginnings, and it would be an interesting time to kind of reflect and think about, you know, what this new opportunity means for you. Because like I said, I do get the sense that you are moving on to something bigger and better. You're a little nervous about it because, like I said, it feels like you don't have a lot of experience in that area, but you're going towards that area or opportunity to learn and to grow. Because we do have the Page of Pentacles reversed, and that's the student card. That's learning something. It could be learning something with a new job. It could be more schooling. It could be a certification program. It could be on-the-job training, OJT. So it can mean a lot of things. Okay, yeah. Okay. Coming in is Fire energy reversed. I feel like this is you trying to understand what's going to make you excited about life. What's going to ignite your inner passion, your inner fire. Just be careful that it doesn't burn too brightly, because too much fire can burn. and result in harm. But too little fire results in a fire being burnt out. So be careful, you know, for those of you who are in a work situation and you know you're burning the midnight oil. Be careful with burnout. Okay. Watch your energy, just because we're going into a Mercury retrograde on the 31st of October, which will last about 2 to 3 weeks in November. Your words can have fire behind it. Aries, you are a fire sign, so I feel like this is you just kind of out of balance with your element right now. Okay, so take time to meditate, maybe get in your water or go outside to get grounded, because I think those other elements will help you restore your beautiful, warm, fiery glow. And that's what we want for you. We want you to be balanced. Be brave. Stay wild is coming in reversed. I feel like you're not feeling so confident right now, but I feel like this is the card saying, yeah, you know, you are moving into uncharted territory, an area that you haven't been before. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Be strong, be brave, be wild, be you, because this quality is what got you into that program. I feel like it's a program, or I feel like it's like a team or something, and they're pretty selective. So I feel like whatever is within you, that's what got you this job, or that's what got you a placement on this team or in this class or in this program. Okay. Creation. This is Metatron's cube. This card is synonymous with the Magician card in the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. This is you being in your manifestation power, but you can't manifest from a place of imbalance. So be careful with that. We're talking about imbalance. It's coming in reverse, but just take solace within yourself, okay? Security. Turn within. Take time to rest and recuperate, so that way you can come into balance, into alignment, and to feel strong and confident about, you know, the achievements you've made in your life. Because I feel like, and this is coming in, I feel like for those of you who have gotten accepted into that program, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So yeah, give yourself a pat in the back, relax about it, flow with it, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. There's going to be a lot for you to learn, but you're going to have fun learning it, because you're going to grow a lot personally and professionally. Okay, so I'm pulling from the Pure Love Oracle deck, and I'm doing 2 cards for the masculine, 2 cards for the feminine. And masculine would like to say to his feminine, I forgive you, but I don't feel worthy right now. And feminine would like to say to her masculine, you have my heart, but I feel I don't deserve you. Aries, what's going on here? I feel like there's a lot of like self-doubt and, you know, issues with self-worth. So if you feel like that, I do get the sense that there's lots of love here. I get the sense that both parties are ready for a conversation, and it's all about coming together and expressing, you know, what's really going on deep down inside. It's interesting why both individuals feel like they don't deserve one another. So I feel like whatever happened to create a separation is triggering core wounding within yourselves. So it could be rejection, you know, the core wound of rejection, and definitely self-worth. I mean, that's what this is all about. But you're going to be successful, you know. I think once you're able to understand the nexus. But one thing I want to caution is you can't rely on one another to fill the gap within yourself. So if there is a gap of self-worth, like, oh God, I feel like, oh, I'm not a whole person, I need my person in my life to make me feel better, that's imbalanced energy. That's codependency and attachment, and that's not a healthy relationship. So you both need to make sure that you value yourselves first as individuals, that you recognize your true self-worth in order to come together in union, because that will create a healthy relationship. You can't expect one or the other to make you happy or to fill you up. You got to do that for yourself. So that's the lesson, all right? Okay, animal spirits. Let's see what's coming in for you all. Ooh, the bat and the golden egg. Yeah, we'll leave it right there. Okay, so the bat is air energy. And the golden egg is a spirit card. Yeah. The bat, darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. We're ending karma. When in balance, acceptance, adaptability, and adjustments. Okay. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat is a master of the subtle senses of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door, the ending of a cycle. Hint, hint. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. Yes. Awesome. I like that for you all. So then you have the golden egg. How are we on time? I need to hurry up because I get the sense that this is going to shut off real soon. Where is the golden egg? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I just wish that this was in alphabetical order. Here we go. Message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. Retreating from life, unplugging, going within. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga nidra or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you're seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. Yeah, we're going to end it right there. I feel like that is a complete reading, and between these two animal cards, this is what you needed to receive. Absolutely. Turn within, meditate, slow down your breathing, and just allow the answers to come to your surface because they are within you. Allow spirit to speak to you and be ready to listen and to receive. All right, Aries, until we meet again, have a lovely October. I'll see you in November. Please give this video a thumbs up, a quick like. That helps increase the viewership for your fellow Aries to receive this message. So do them a solid, increase your karma. All right, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you to all my current subscribers. I truly enjoy and I really appreciate your love and support to this channel. That really helps me out. All right, take care, love you all, and we'll see you in November. Bye-bye.